Okay, somebody brought up a problem with the M95 carbine about misfiring. And I don't think it's a misfire. I'll explain it. I think this gun will do the same thing. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to recreate this person's malfunction. And then we're going to go over what it is, and hopefully I'll figure out how to fix it. Well, it didn't do it. Come on. Okay. Well, we didn't get it the first time. We're going to try it again. Okay. Now I kind of created that. What this gun was doing, if you look, you pull the trigger, this doesn't move. Right? Misfire is when there's something wrong with the firing pin or the ammunition. This is a failure to fire. And what it is, it's a mechanical problem. This particular weapon, if you look, if the bolt is not all the way in here, for some reason, be it dirt, rust, unclean chamber, the gun will not fire. When you pull the trigger, nothing happens. You have to get the bolt to be all the way home and close all the way. I think this gun was doing that. I took it home and cleaned it, and now I can't get it to repeat that process. So I'm going to try another clip out of here, and I think that's what your problem is more than anything. Yep, that gun, this particular gun was doing a similar thing that you described. It doesn't do it anymore. I haven't fired it since then. And I believe that's what your problem is. I'll kind of go over it in detail with you in another. Somebody posed a question to me on the Steyr M95 carbine about a misfire. Now, the other part of the video, I was trying to get the gun to do this. I believe what the individual has, or the problem he's running into, is what is a failure to fire, not a misfire. And as I demonstrated out on the range, if the bolt is just a hair out of battery, the gun won't go off. Now this particular rifle, this carbine, when I got it, acted up like that. And it wouldn't fire. Okay, so I brought it home and cleaned it, and I was thinking of selling it. And I didn't fire it until the other day here. Now if we take the bolt out, we'll take a look at it, and I think that's what the problem was. What it was is the bolt was just not closing. And if you look, there's a little rough spots up in here. Here and here, and see on the lug, there's some pitting, or there was rust or something on this. So probably there was some debris or oil or rust. This gun is not a, pristine example. So what you would do with this to kind of alleviate this problem, I'm going to go over this. First thing you do is totally disassemble the bolt into all its components. I'm not going to show that in this video because there are several videos on YouTube that do a good job of showing to you. Actually, one of my friends, the Gun Geek, he does a real nice video on disassembling this bolt. So it's like M95 bolt disassembly. So disassemble the bolt. And if you got rough spots or like there's been rust on this, how you take care of that is don't use anything heavily abrasive like sandpaper or file. What you use is you use a very fine grade of steel wool. I think it's 4-40 steel wool. You'll find this for furniture refinishing or finishing. This will be like with the sandpaper in there. You get this steel wool and you use oil, like Rem oil or any oil, and you apply it on there and then just polish this. You can polish metal with the steel wool. You just work on it. Clean all that and try to smooth out any roughness or pitting or rust or corrosion as much as you can. Then lubricate everything and put it back. Now, if this doesn't solve the problem, or this, might be one step, another good thing is what happens is these guns are again packed in cosmoline. And the cosmoline will get up inside the chamber there, or up in the area where the lugs lock. I have a rifle that was packed in cosmoline. I thought I cleaned most of it out. And the bolt sticks. It's really hard to get it to come out. What it is there's probably some debris up in there, because what I did was I took the bolt out of that gun, put it in one like this, and it works fine. And the bolt out of the gun where this one works alright, put it in there and it kind of got stuck. So that tells me that there's some debris or something stuck up in here and binding the bolt. Now what you want to use for cosmoline in that, you use mineral spirits. Like you see in any of the cleaning cosmoline for the Nagant rifles. There's a ton of videos there. You use just plain old mineral spirits. You get a brush, do it easy, and you get the stuff in there, kind of soak it. You get that brush in there and try to clean this all out. Okay? And the one gun that I worked on, I tried that and it still didn't work. So what I'm going to have to do is, if worse comes to worse, I tried everything. I tried getting cleaning rods and rags and trying to clean it out up in there into the recess where the lugs lock. If worse comes to worse, what I'm going to do is, one guy cleans his Nagants by stripping the action down and putting it in a big plastic piping or whatever, the tubing, and he fills that with and dips the whole action and lets it soak. You may have to strip the gun down, get the trigger off and everything, take the action, and just get a can or something or a container, and then stand. What you do is stand this, because I'm going to think that's what I'm going to end up doing to this gun. It's the only recourse I have, is disassemble the gun and then get the action and just stand it to where just the action and you soak, or just, you could, I don't know, even plug the barrel, maybe fill it up with mineral spirits so that it sits in there overnight and loosens all the junk, then try cleaning it out. I believe I'm going to have to do that on one of these guns. I think that's what your problem was, or is, and that's my solution to it. I hope it helps. If not, get back to me and we'll see if it's something else.